Hey everyone, Lucky Arduino here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made a special new project without coding, and it's called the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get into it. Alright, let's do a little demonstration of the Wheel of Fortune. Let me just press the button here. As you can see, the lights spin counterclockwise, and eventually they'll slow down and land on a light. Boom. And if we run it again, if you remember the light was here last time, you'll see that the light lands on a different LED. That's because the Wheel of Fortune is completely random, and it also has no coding attached to it. All of these components that you see here are what controls this Wheel of Fortune. Let's get into how it works in a second. All right, let's get into how it works. So as you can see here, I have it hooked up to an external battery source. Usually I have it hooked up to a laptop, but this time I don't need to do that because there's no coding attached to it. So let's go over how this works. Of course, you start by pressing the button, and then what happens is once the button is pressed, a signal is sent to the 555 timer. I've explained this before on my channel. If you need a quick tutorial, check out the Arduino tutorials section of my channel. It'll explain to you exactly how these work. Basically, they're oscillators. So once the signal is sent here, a signal oscillates high and low, and then that signal is sent to this long IC chip. And this IC chip has 10 outputs, one for each of the 10 LEDs. And every time the timer oscillates, it sends the output to a different port of the IC chip so that it can relay the message to each of the LEDs as it goes all the way around. And the 555 timer is based off of capacitors and resistors, which is why we have some here to have different values by which the timer can oscillate. And eventually these capacitors allow it to slow down because they stop storing as much charge. And that's very simplified, really. That's not exactly how it works, but we'll leave it at that because it's the simplest way to explain it. And on the back here, you can see there's a lot of solders. So this is just a circuit board with pre-made holes in it that where I attached each component and soldered them on the back. You can see here, it's not the best job because this was my first attempt at soldering, but I would say it went pretty well because the project works. So yeah, and basically soldering is like, you see these little metal bits here. You take a metal rod and you heat it up really, really hot so that it can melt other metal and allow it to connect to the circuit board. And that's how you do this, right? And you can create these little like globs of metal that connect the ends of each component to the circuit board. You can see these little lines here in dark green, and that's how they connect to each other. And essentially that's how this project was done without any coding. All right guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more videos like this, please check out the other parts of my channel. Check out the tutorial section of my channel to learn about many of these parts, such as the 555 timer, the button, the transistor, the capacitors, and so much more. If you want to see more projects like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.